Welcome back to a brand new video. On January 19th, 2011, it was Reagan's first birthday. It was the same day that we'd be dropping Andy off at the squadron for his first deployment. I remember standing on the flight line with both boys in their matching little flight suits, waving goodbye to Daddy through the window of the cockpit, wiping a tear away and thinking, why did we extend another year here in Japan? Isaiah 41:10 says, "Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will give you strength and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." Those months, you guys, flew by so fast. Andy came back just in time for us to pack up the house, and it was time to move back to the States. In July of 2011, we were heading to North Carolina. Ready or not, here we come. We were just trying to get established there and learn about the brand new area and figure out how to drive back on the other side of the road before we found out that Andy was going to be deploying again that same year right before Christmas. Here we go again. Elena, stay with God and he will stay with you forever. Andy ended up deploying 2 more times after that, and I have to admit that last year in North Carolina was one of the most difficult times of my life. I signed Reagan up for preschool just in hopes to possibly meet some other moms that might be going through the same situation as I was. One morning as I dropped Reagan off at school, the director came up to me and was telling me about the women's Bible study group that was meeting the next day just at the other end of the church. She told me that I should get connected and that I could possibly meet some other moms, and once she said that, I was in. Unbeknownst to me, it was the exact same Bible study that my parents were a part of over 20 years ago. You see, it was the exact same Bible study that God used to change my family's life forever. It was called Community Bible Study. My mom did it in the mornings with the moms, with the women, and my dad did the Bible study at night with the fathers and the men. If you haven't seen my first or my second video, go back and watch that. It will make a little bit more sense. So when my dad passed away, we had 30 days to be out of our house. And on day 30, my mom still remembers, both palms up, crying out to God with nowhere to go because we lost everything. Until there was a knock at the door. And when she opened the door, she didn't realize that the 2 people that were standing in front of her were going to help change our lives forever. You see, the woman was in my mom's Bible study, and the man, her husband, was in my dad's Bible study, that community Bible study. They had heard about our situation, and with complete peace in their hearts and in my mom's heart, they invited us to stay in their guest house. They had a family of 5, and with our 7, we were a full house. Philippians 4:7 says, "And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." So after dinner in the evenings, we would all meet in the living room for just fellowship, talk, a daily devotional. Their family was actually very musically inclined, and we were not. But you guys, those months of living with that other family was one of the best times of our lives. Proverbs 16:9 says, "In their hearts humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps." So fast forward to that last year in North Carolina. I'm sitting here at this point where I'm at both palms up, crying out to the Lord, I can't do this anymore. My fear of being alone or something happening to Andy was consuming me. Jesus filled that void during that Bible study, where he filled that loneliness and that emptiness that only he can fill. You guys, life is hard, and once we're a Christian, that doesn't mean that all of a sudden we don't have any more problems or that we won't have struggles or trials or tribulations. In fact, the Bible tells us that we will have trials and tribulations. In John 16:33, he says, "I've told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart that I have overcome the world." You guys, he died on the cross for you and for me so that we could have this relationship with him, so that we wouldn't feel alone or fear, that he would be with us. He would be right with us, establishing our steps. It was through that same Bible study that he changed my life again, that he revealed himself to me again. Some of the most beautiful flowers that you see grow are the ones that are in the valleys, not necessarily high up on top of the mountaintop. So thank you for watching. To be continued. To God be the glory. And if you like this, subscribe, hit that notification button, and I hope that you'll continue this journey with me. To God be the glory. Bye.